once described him as one of the most dangerous men on the face of the earth.
What's up, guys? I'm here to give you all a little reverse cut tutorial. This is mainly for my boy Chase, who's probably the most uncoachable person on this planet on how to hit a reverse cut. Okay, so this is basically my introduction, just showing y'all a few examples of reverse cuts. But I'm going to be showing all of y'all how y'all should be hitting the serve, hand position, position of your body, and momentum and other stuff like that. But hopefully y'all can end up hitting serves like this or even better. And then hopefully y'all can get messages from pro players like this.
Hey, it's Grant. I just wanted to say good job.
Now, the first thing I want to address is how you should be hitting the ball, or where the ball should be sitting on your hand when you make contact with the ball. Now, in this example, when I strike the ball, I am making a clockwise motion with my hand and end up follow-throughing like a cut through and across my body. But I am trying to get that clockwise spin on the ball, and the ball will end up always resting between my thumb and my pointer finger. Now, at the end of this example, you will see that what is doing most of the work on the reverse cut is my bottom four fingers. So frame by frame, I'm coming around the ball with my four fingers and finishing the serve. In this next example, you also see that what is doing most of the work is the swing itself. It will always end up resting between the thumb and the pointer, but it depends on where you begin your swing and how fast your swing is, depending on how much spin you will get on the serve. Now, I do want to address how important it is on coming down and through the ball. You can experiment with this, but depending on how much and how fast you move your wrist on the serve and how fast your swing is will depend on how much the ball moves, and how hard you swing will also depend on how far the ball jumps and moves. Now, I want to show y'all what it looks like at different throwing spots when you are hitting a reverse cut. Now, where you throw the ball affects how the ball moves and the angle of the serve immensely. So here, I have the ball being tossed forward on the serve. Since the ball is being tossed forward, you will lose a lot of time of the ball on your hand, and in so will lose a lot of spin on the serve. But it comes with some advantages. You are closer to the net, so the serve is easier to hit, and you have more angle, but it does involve less spin. In this next example, I have this ball being tossed along the service line in more of a tangent line from the service circle. And so in this serve, you will have increased time with your hand making contact with the ball. And in doing so, it creates more spin and less angle. But you need to experiment with certain types of positioning and tosses in order to find the sweet spot of your own desire. Now, in this last example, I have the ball being thrown behind the server. And I don't mean literally behind the server, but in a sense of the ball is tossed behind the body of the server in a spot where the server can still replicate the reverse spin on the ball. And in doing so, you lose a lot of angle on the net. And possibly it's one of the more difficult ways to hit a reverse cut, but definitely it includes a lot more spin on the ball and a lot more time the ball spins on your hand, since when you're swinging across your body, the ball has to eventually leave your hand at a later point than if you toss the ball in front of your body. Now here we are going to see Ryder hit an absolutely diabolical reverse cut. And I want y'all to watch real close right here. Did you catch that? Ryder ends up putting so much torque on the ball, we can see frame by frame how the ball has a trajectory outside the net, but comes back into the net because of how much spin is placed on the ball. Ryder is also able to achieve this because of his arm swing. The ball hits between his pointer and his middle finger, but he swings in the correct direction, allowing for the reverse to have a perfect environment to land on the net. Now, let's recap. Number 1, it's really important to remember where we toss the ball in relation to the net in order to get the amount of angle and spin we want with our serve. Number 2, it's important to remember to swing through the ball. Without the follow through, we won't get as much torque on the ball that we need in order to generate the spin from the reverse cut. Number 3, we need to keep a firm hand and place the ball between our pointer and thumb in order to generate the spin from flicking our wrist and throwing our arm. Now you're ready to hit your own reverse cuts. As long as your name isn't Chase Meyer, you should be all right. Don't forget the 3 most important aspects of hitting a reverse cut, and experiment yourself with tosses and different angles, and then you should be good to go.